I usually go direct. So this is what's called throw it out. And I'm really just trying to get my nose to stop freaking itching. So it would have been around Christmas. I know he's a male. I believe he's under 40. I believe there's a female in here for him. I get dark-ish hair that was thinning. I get crooked, or I kind of feel like his teeth were a little narrow. So like a narrow, what is that called? That plate in there, that I feel like his teeth are a little on the narrow side. Does anyone recognize this? Angelic, do you understand the narrow kind of mouth, or the narrow teeth in the mouth? Maybe the mouth itself wasn't narrow. And do you understand under 40? I think I'm looking for a woman, Debbie. Let me go do this. I'm going to ask him to hold on just a minute because one of the dogs is going to drive me nuts. Let me go put the dogs out. Watch out, Pebble. Not under 40. Okay. All right. Well, I was 34 when we met. Oh, so you're under 40, and it was right next to female. Let me get a little bit more. So dark hair, a little bit thinning. Again, with the narrow teeth. So I don't know if his mouth was narrow or narrow teeth. I do get the occasional facial hair. I do get quick and unexpected as well for a death. And I almost get, I get medical, quick, unexpected. So given that we just had a pandemic, I suppose that could be, I don't know, because I'm getting pandemic, quick, medical, unexpected. Do what?
When you're in Christmas season, you need to put like a little tree or something behind you.
You need to quit bossing me around.
Even I have my tree up.
Do you?
Yeah.
I just ordered some extra, I just ordered some lights. I'm going to put some lights up this year.
See, I have a whole tree up.
So what part, Angelic? Angel,
you can come in.
what part? Okay, what part can you take? You can take around Christmas?
I can take around Christmas because it was in November. It was in toward next to Thanksgiving.
So don't give me too much. Don't give me too much. You can take male.
I can take male. I could take
You're
alcohol.
female, obviously. You can take the alcohol. Can you take the darker hair thinning at the hairline?
Yes.
Can you take the teeth look thinner?
Yes, he has small teeth.
Okay. So the only part you can't take is the under 40.
The under 40, if it pertains to, we met when I was 34 and he was in his 40s.
So he's in his 40s. Okay. And then would you understand passing away fairly quickly and unexpectedly?
The way that he passed, it wasn't like all of a sudden we knew and he passed away within 6 days.
Oh, okay. That's okay. To me, that's pretty fast. So that, yeah. All right. Okay. Well, I think it is for you, ma'am.
That was quick.
Yeah. Let's do this, Angel. Let me ask him why he's here. And so this was a romantic relationship, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you do have children, correct?
I had a miscarriage.
Okay. Because I am seeing 2 kids that are alive, but I don't think that they were your guys' together. Would you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. Were they his or yours?
Mine.
Okay. And you still have them. That's a whole different lifetime, yes?
Oh yeah, they can go nowhere.
Okay. Well, I meant like with a different man. Okay. Yeah. Okay, this is definitely, we're in there now. We're in like Flint. And I do get some self-deprecation from him, and when I say that, he was a little bit hard on himself, and some of it was warranted, and you're like, well, you got that right.
Yes.
Okay. All right, let me get you a message since he popped in here and forced me to bring him to the forefront. You would understand that you are not in a relationship now. Would you understand that? He's giving you being alone. He's saying you're alone, or that you're being alone.
I was alone, but I feel alone in the relationship I'm in.
Got it. Got it. Oh, well then let's do this. My goodness. Wow. So Ace of Swords came flying out, which is very much a clear knowing card and kind of a definitely a follow your gut card. And then what I was trying to ask in my head is if this is healthy for you, because what he's giving me first of all, you would understand sarcasm with this person.
Yes.
I get the most sarcastic people coming through to me, and I do love it. Yeah, you got 2 fours, the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Swords, and then the Hierophant. If you were thinking about getting married, I do feel like the answer is kind of a no. I feel like that the Hierophant is usually the one who unites the lovers, but this is kind of the vibe of nothing is ever really necessarily good enough for this person, and you just kind of always are stepping back and letting it get in your head, and then, which kind of you said, I feel alone in the relationship. Does these two make sense?
Yes, but I just got married recently.
Oh, you already got married.
Yeah.
Got it. Day late and $1 short, buddy. he's laughing. He's like, well, she doesn't like to be alone. Do you understand that reference?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I've never given a message that was too late. I don't know what to do with that. At least my nose quit driving me nuts.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
It kind of sucks because I kind of feel alone, and I kind of feel it. I mean, it was the father of my 2 children, and I feel like he's a next.
Oh, so he referenced back to the father of your 2 children that you actually remarried?
Yeah. I was never married.
Okay.
And
Got it.
so we got back together about a year or so after he passed, and I didn't always feel like it was right, but then it was like for like a kind of insurance purposes, and then I guess love on his part, love him, a little bit of love there because I have children. But I was always kind of afraid because I didn't want to let we were supposed to get married before he passed, and I feel I'm gonna cry because I miss him.
Oh, yeah, he misses. Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm so glad that I got to you though, and that we figured out that it is for you. I want to say he's showing me it's the holidays, so I don't think you need to be a medium to figure this one out, but he is showing me the holidays and playing cards, and then a liqueur or a sipping cocktail, and that this is a plan of yours. Do you understand this?
Yes, yesterday.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. And I love that. He's with you a lot, first of all. And I mean, you can take some comfort in that, unfortunately.
I want him to be.
Yeah. No, he is. He is. And then he's quite the multitasker. And I do feel like he left behind family as well, yes?
Yes, a brother.
Okay. He's showing me 2 other people. He's showing me about 3 or 4. Does this make sense to you? Extended family?
Like my children?
Your children, or I feel like they're his family though. I feel like they're his.
Yes.
His brother. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
He has
Nah.
nephews and nieces.
Got it. Okay. So he's multitasking. He shows me like jumping between like kind of the things. Yeah. And he's also asking me to tell you to take care of your health. And then he's showing me, I want to say this is caffeine. Do you have a coffee issue?
Yes, I love coffee.
You need to settle down. Yeah, there you go, ma'am. I think he was just popping in. It's the holidays, and it's hard.
Yeah, I think he was like if I may say, he was. I have to be quiet because my mother's in the other room, but I think he was my true soulmate, It was a hard relationship, but he was my, like, my heart, the only one my whole heart went to.
Yeah, and I'm not a big soulmate person. I think that we run into soulmates. I think even animals can be soulmates, right? And I think we run into multiple people throughout our lifetimes that really touch our soul because we're probably in the same soul circle or we're probably meant to know each other. Having said that, though, he I don't know if this is worry exactly, but he does again bring up the health, and then he brings up the caffeine, and then he brings up sedentary work. Do you work for a living? Yes.
Yes, I take care of others. I'm a CNA and a home health aide, but I work for my state. And right now, I just had knee surgery, and I have some other health issues.
Got it. Okay. So definitely if you have knee issues, the sedentary thing would be like to start kind of working out, not working out. I don't think that's the right term for it. More like physical therapy is kind of, I think, what it, because I just see stretching, that sort of thing. So there you go, ma'am.
Thank you. I did physical therapy today, so you're right on the money.
I love it. What's his name?
His name was Mike.
Aw. Well, Mike. Aw. He was a really good kisser, yes?
Yes.
He just he just reminder I was a good kisser. That is so funny. I
Yes.
love that. Hell yes, sir.
He was a
Well, he's like, he goes, well, you said I had small teeth. I had to come through for myself there.
he came through fast. I just popped on, and he must have came through really fast for you.
He was driving me nuts, man. He was, most of the time I go direct. So I ask somebody who they want to talk to. And then every now and then I'll do the throw it out, but it's not my go-to. But I think the last few times I've been on, I've gotten some spirits that are just like, you have to talk about me. And I had that on in my Facebook group the other day too, and that one's on my YouTube, and it was good. It was powerful. Yeah, and then I've been dealing with skeptics lately, and they always irritate me, and so sometimes I think spirit just comes in and says, we have to get this skeptic shit out of your body.
And you know what's funny? You know what's funny is that my sister, she doesn't say she's a psychic, but she's got very, very, she can see spirit, and like she always says like when she comes here, there's like a cat around me or a cat and spirit around me. But I said, okay, let's not do that right now because you're gonna scare me. But
there's nothing to be scared of. And you kind of know this because you know Mike is around you a lot. And so if you're not scared of Mike, you shouldn't be scared of a rando cat, right?
Right.
Here's the thing. If you look at my wall, I had an orb that went the other day, and now my house is dusty. And I do understand some things are just dust, right? But this orb like changed direction and went up. And my son was like, well, that's creepy. And I was like, why? Why would it be creepy? Like we're not alone. It's just energy.
Right.
And I'm reading this damn book, and it's really got my brain freaking going 17 ways from nowhere. It's called Quantum Bullshit. You'll appreciate this, Matan. Mm-hmm. It's called How to Ruin Your Life with Advice from Quantum Physics. It's I don't know, the guy's super condescending, but it just, the time thing and the parallel, I don't know. It's like, there's a lot of shit. And I watched Interstellar the other day, and so my poor mind is all foobar.
Yeah. You are excellent. You're the best that I've ever come across.
Aw, thank you. Well, fuck, now I gotta download this and put this on YouTube too.
That's fine. I don't mind.
I'm teasing. I probably will put it on YouTube as well, but I do appreciate that, and that is a learning moment for anyone who's on here who hasn't gotten a mediumship reading yet or is going to get one. Look for evidence. And so we sat here and we went back over the evidence, and we went back over this, and we went back over that. We talked about children. We talked about messages. We talked about memories. Even the ex dad of the two kids ended up kind of coming around full circle, you know. And so that's the kind of information you should be getting from a medium. They shouldn't be asking you a lot of questions. They should be giving you information that you then validate, which technically I used to argue with teachers. I'm like, that's just a question,
Right.
phrased a different way. But it's really not. If I say you would understand you have 2 children, even though it's a question, I've given you the info. Does that make sense?
Yes, that makes sense. I noticed a lot of them, like, on here. I noticed, like, I'm not no pro or anything else because I got a little bit of the empath kind of thing, and I do see.
So I know, really fast. Your sister, you said she's psychic. We all are. So you are too. We are all psychic. We can all be mediums. We can all talk to animals. In my opinion, I think it's just part of being human. I think we're all born with it. But go ahead.
Like, my intuition is very, very strong. It's always been very, very strong. And like, but it also, like, I had my spiritual awakening after I'm sorry.
Mike just went. Mike goes, until you married the ex.
Well, he is right.
This guy is so sarcastic. I'm having a hard time keeping a straight face. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
In life,
Anyway.
long.
I bet you miss him. That's fun. That's super fun.
To be honest, I miss him with my whole heart and my whole soul.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Life down here, sometimes I don't get it. I really
hard.
don't.
But
Let's make
Go
you
ahead,
smile.
I'm
He
sorry.
wants to make you smile. He said, bring up your intuition story again.
So my intuition is like really strong. Like, my gut feeling will tell me if it's good or if it's bad. And like, when I go on TikTok and I watch a lot of the psychics and I watch a lot of the tarot cards, and when I watch the tarot card readers, and I'm not trying to badmouth anybody, I was always taught that when a card comes out, no matter if it flips out or if it's just hanging out, that is a message that is to be taken out. I notice a lot of people pick them up and put them back in the deck. And I'm like, you just missed the message.
So I do agree with that because that's how I do it as well. If a card jumps out, now if 17 cards jump out, I'm just going to stick those back in the deck and start shuffling. But I also believe that if the message is meant to get to you, even though they stuck that card back in the deck, there's 78 cards in here. And more than one can give you the same message.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Right.
I also believe that there's 7,000 ways to skin the same cat. So just because I do it this way doesn't necessarily mean a tarot reader who really feels into it isn't still going to get the message. I see a lot of tarot readers on here who are just giving straight up definitions, which is also fine because you still get something from it. But there's something called psychic tarot, and then there's just definition tarot. So there's maybe I should call it intuitive tarot, because there's intuitive tarot, and then there's just, I have the Ace of Wands, and this means X, Y, Z, W, blah, 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 2 + 2 is 4. But when I pull up the Ace of Wands, it's my big dick card. It's a hard yes. It's about passion and fire, and it's about like, go get that shit, right? So I'm still using the definition of the card, but because I do it more intuitively, what the card means to me in that moment may be different than a lot of other people. And then you get these asshole skeptics that are like, well, it should mean the same thing to you as it means to Matan, as it means to Tara. That's not true.
Right.
Because Matan's experiences as a younger male and Tara's experiences as someone who lives in like Illinois or some shit. I should know this. Matan, where does Tara live?
Listen, Illinois.
It is Illinois, okay. But her experiences are going to be different than my experiences, and et cetera, et cetera. So when the deck starts talking to you, as opposed to just reading the definitions out of the book, that's when you're really starting to cook with some oil.
Right. I like that. Thank you for explaining that to me. I love to learn, and I love the information that I get.
Absolutely. Well, thank you, ma'am, for being here. And
Thank you. I greatly appreciate you.
absolutely. I'll let you pop back down into the comments, and Merry Thanksgiving or happy
Happy holidays.
yes,
Yeah.
happy holidays. Thank you so much.
Thank you.